Hi, everybody. I hope you got a chance to read the subway story and watch that video, maybe even a couple of times, of a subway in New York City. I say New York City because there's also New York State. So we live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Kim and Kurt live in New York, New York, New York City, New York, the state. They're going to keep going on this subway. They finally got a seat on it, and now they're going to go to somewhere past somewhere called Wall Street. Wall Street. At the Wall Street stop, a man got on the train. He had on black pants, a black jacket, a crisp white shirt, and a red necktie. I'm going to read that one more time, and I want you to watch and listen to what I do when I come to this comma. A comma is a pause, but it's not a full stop. At the Wall Street stop, a man got on the train. He had on black pants, a black jacket, a crisp white shirt, and a red necktie. He was holding a black case. He looked sharp. Not sharp like a pin or a needle. He looked sharp. He looked cool. Kurt jabbed Kim with his elbow and whispered, "What do you think his job is? Do you think he is a spy or a secret agent?" "I don't know," Kim said. "He might be a banker who has a job in a bank on Wall Street." "What's a bank?" "A bank is a place where you can keep your cash, so it is safe. The bank keeps your cash until you need it, and they pay you a bit for saving your cash with them. Since not everyone needs their cash at the same time, the bank has extra cash that they can use to make loans to people who need cash." That is a paragraph you need to read a couple of times with someone at home. That has a lot of information in it that we may not understand. What's a loan? When you get a loan from a bank, the bank lets you borrow some of the cash it has, and you make a deal to pay the cash back later, plus some fees that the bank adds in. There's that sharp-dressed man with the briefcase. You mean you have to pay back more cash than the cash you borrow? That's right. Why not just use the cash you've got? Kurt asked. Well, if you have a lot of cash, you might not need to get a loan. But let's say you plan to open your own store. You would need a lot of cash before you even open the store. You might not have all of this cash on your own, so you might need a loan to get started. If I was going to open a bookstore, I wouldn't have all the money to buy all the books and pay rent for the bookstore. So I have to go to a bank for a loan, and they'd give me money to help get started, but then I have to give all that money back to them, plus a little bit more. Kurt dreamed of a store he might like to open and of a banker just handing him a big bag of cash. Then he dreamed that he might even like to be a banker himself. "Do bankers get paid a lot?" Kurt asked. "Some of them do." "So why don't you get a job at a bank?" "Most banks won't hire you unless you have finished 2 or 3 years of college. I have just finished 1 year." "So it's a hard job to get?" Kim nodded. Here he's thinking about a shop. He wants to get a loan, but a loan doesn't look like just a big bag of money, so that's a little funny. You can have dreams, though. Ooh, I'm going to go ahead to the daydream. You know what? Take that back. I'm going to stop here just because I don't want to get you confused. Today, what I want you to do, two things. Read the story on your own, pausing at those commas. But I also want you to talk to someone at home. It might be mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, someone who understands how a bank works. And I want you to ask them, what does it mean when you get a loan? How do you get a loan from a bank? It's a tricky question that I'm thinking they can explain a little bit better than I can on this video. So do those two things for me, and I will see you next time with the story, The Daydream. Bye. Love you.